What I like most about music is contrast. When you have one thing and something else completely different. And when you combine both, magic happens. Hey, I'm Spleenn and today we'll have a talk about oxymoron in music. In this series, for each video I'm going to show you one genre that you've probably never heard of. Sit comfortably and listen. Together we're diving deep into the depths of underground music. Oxymoron, a figure of speech in which apparently contradictory terms appear in conjunction. So, if I tell you about ambient hardcore, you'd agree that it makes no sense, such a genre is impossible. But first of all, let's make sure everyone understands what we're talking about. What is ambient? Okay, close your eyes. This is one of my favorite music genres. It is usually defined by a lack of percussive elements, long and slow pads that repeat themselves for several minutes. It can be warm, welcoming, like you're enjoying sun rays in the summer. It can be powerful, moving, making you feel the weight of existence on your shoulders. Or it can be cold and menacing and you shiver as you fall into darkness. Okay, let's move on. This video is going to be way too long if I keep talking about ambient music. The next genre I'll present to you is going to shake you up. So wake up. Wake the fuck up. This is hardcore music.
Hardcore is very fast and also very loud. Wait, let me just...
Okay, sorry for that. Originally, it's a more brutal version of techno, focused on a rhythm that we call a 4 on the floor. It consists of hitting you with kicks that play regularly at high speed. Basically, differences in hardcore subgenres are usually defined by the types of kicks used and the BPM. Here are only a few examples of what you can find in hardcore music. Hardstyle, Frenchcore, industrial, speedcore, uptempo, and gabber. Alright, let's get back to the topic of this video. On one side, we have a genre centered around slow pads and no drums. You're not supposed to dance to that. On the other side, we have a focus on speed and a 4 on the floor rhythm. This is EDM, electronic dance music. You've heard it, the two genres we've just listened to are polar opposites. They're nothing alike. You cannot make them work together, it's impossible. Or is it? What would happen if we take the best part of both genres, the pads and the kicks? Slow vibe at a fast BPM. I present to you ambient hardcore. This is Showreel Part 3 by Djrum, an insanely talented electronic music artist, and I highly recommend you check out his work. He himself defines this song as ambient gabber. He made another one, my favorite. After having my mind blown by those tracks, I went looking for more, but I'll be honest, this genre is extremely rare. I spent a long time digging and found very little material. Several magazines say that Djrum is the precursor of ambient gabber. But during my research, I was able to find what I think may be the very first occurrence of a gabber song labeled as ambient hardcore. This is Ambientcore, Come With Me by Deus of Doom, released in 1997. This is the only tune they ever released, at least under the name Deus of Doom. After that, I made a post on Reddit to get some help from the hardcore community, so thank you to the few people who tried to help me. And I began digging. It was difficult, because hardcore is also a term used for metal and punk. I also stumbled upon a lot of songs that define themselves as ambient hardcore, but in my opinion, wouldn't fall into this category. And after many hours listening to music, today I can show you what I've been able to discover. Don't forget to give the video a like if you're enjoying it and subscribe if you want more in the future. Okay, let's do this. We have to start with DJ Netflex. He's probably the only artist in the world who consistently releases ambient gabber. Most of his music is based around sampling one or several tunes and transforming them into gabber, sometimes using breaks, blending a high energy beat with washed out, blurred samples. Next up we have Kagami Smile. He's mainly an ambient artist, sometimes using distortion to make powerful, destructive pads, but he also released a few tunes that would fit the aesthetic we're looking for. This is probably the closest I've come to scratching that itch for something like Djrum. This is 16 Veins. I'm kinda cheating here because he defines his music as liminal techno. However, the BPM is so fast and the vibes is so close to what I'm looking for that I had to include it. Like, listen to this. Let's keep going. We have Taciturn, who makes experimental hardcore and released an EP that blends speedcore and ambient. It's more on the atmospheric side of ambient, but still I think it's really cool. Okay, let's check out some more experimental stuff. Here's an interesting song made by Splitter Hawking. So this is Extraton. If you don't know what Extraton is, well, it's hardcore that goes over 1000 BPM. So basically it's the fastest music genre in the world, and here the kicks are so fast that it becomes drone music, which is a style of ambient. So yeah, a very fun and original concept. If you want to go even deeper, I cannot recommend enough that you check out flashcore music. If you don't know what it is, it's a blend of speedcore and IDM, which is intelligent dance music. It's a very creative genre with unusual drum patterns, and it often incorporates ambient pads. I came across something really special, the Disquiet Junto group. Every week, members of the group have 4 days to make a song based on an assignment, and one of them in August 2022 was to field test a hybrid genre, Gabber Ambient. So, there are a lot of experimental tunes based on this concept. Here are the ones I personally enjoyed the most. See, this is very interesting because this is not ambient gabber, this is gabber ambient. They took it the other way around for some of these tunes, focusing more on the ambient side and sometimes using kicks like textures, taking advantage of the fast tempo to blur the line between rhythm and noise. They probably never heard ambient hardcore before and they had to come up with something, and it's fascinating how each of these tracks is completely different and you can clearly hear the influences and style of each artist. So I was about to try giving a definition of what ambient hardcore is, but first of all, I realized it would be very pretentious of me and completely, absolutely pointless. It's not a defined genre, and as you can hear, people can very well have their own vision of what it can be. For example, DJ Netflex and Djrum have very different approaches regarding this music. What I've enjoyed in some of the tunes I've shared is that both ambient and hardcore found a balance, and to me this is exceptional work. Having a song where neither the pads nor the kicks are the focus but are actually equally important. You can nod your head to it, but you can also just let your thoughts wander and appreciate the beauty of what you're hearing. However, as you've probably noticed, ambient hardcore is most of the time ambient gabber because it will be extremely complex to make distorted kicks fit with pads. I haven't been able to find a song that balances both correctly. In the songs I've heard that tried, there was always a clear, distinct melody with loud synth, and to me, that's not ambient. So yeah, I told you this genre was extremely rare. I think there are only dozens of tunes clearly labeled as ambient hardcore, but if you're looking for more, you could try your luck with industrial, which is often atmospheric, but it lacks the same ethereal vibe you can hear in ambient music, and it's usually not melodic. Otherwise, the alternative is ambient techno. If you're fine with a lower BPM, this is the closest you'll find to what we've heard. Personally, I was specifically looking for tunes similar to what Djrum made and found very few. So if you find cool stuff, share it with everyone in the comments, I will check it out. Please listen to the artists I've shared, give them a like, follow them, support them, they deserve it. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Every like tells YouTube's algorithm that the video is cool and should be watched by more people. So by doing that, you're helping me a lot. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you found this interesting. I have other genres based around oxymorons that I'd like to share. You can follow me and listen to my music on SoundCloud. You can also follow me on my social media if you want. Granted, I don't use them much for now, but I'll try to take this more seriously in the future, I swear. Thanks for watching, and to everyone who shows support, I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much. And yeah, this is the end of the video, so until next time, take care, bye.